Okay? Always fucking up, BT. Always fucking up. But you're going to bring back Real Husbands of Hollywood, though, right? You're going to do that. But you're going to take Being Mary Jane and Robin Thede. Just whatever. Anyway, so your boy Kanye West appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live last night. He discussed, amongst many things, he discussed a future class. He discussed the lack of financial prowess and understanding and a non-advancement of the race because we are too caught in the past. And so, yeah, he got into all of that shit. And, you know, there was a moment where Jimmy Kimmel basically challenged him because Kanye was talking about, you know, surely we have to advance as a people and and his affinity for Trump, whatever. And so Jimmy was like, well, you know, surely you can't be the same Kanye West who said who said so eloquently that George Bush does not like black people. Jimmy further went on to point out to Kanye that if you felt like George Bush didn't like black people at that time, how could you have an affinity for a man who is using laws to separate people from their children and hold children in detention centers? And how could you get behind that? And basically Kanye had no answer. Jimmy immediately went to commercial. I think that, you know, sorry, I had to take a brownie break. I think that one of my things with Kanye is that it appears as though Kanye is, you know, sometimes some people get so much money and are so far removed from where their roots were that they can no longer understand what it's like to be on the other side, so to speak. I think that Kanye no longer understands what it's like to be the Kanye West that we knew. I think that he's so far, you know, he's Kanye Kardashian now at this point. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. Be that, okay? Good for you. Good on ya, Kanye. Good on ya. But don't go out there and not recognize the fact that so very few black men are ever given the opportunity to come on a Jimmy Kimmel and to express their views. And so when you do that, you have to understand the responsibility, the weightiness of something like that. It's not the fact that you're just Kanye West. It's the fact that people see your face and your black skin and are not, even though you have separated yourself financially and socioeconomic separation, that you can no longer understand the plight of the everyday black person. Even though you've done that, the general public is looking at television and they still see a nigga. They don't see your socioeconomic status, especially when you wearing that Yeezy collection shit. They definitely don't see it because it look like you got some shit on from the fucking Dollar Tree. No shade, no tea. Okay? So when you do that, there is a weightiness and a responsibility there that I just don't think that he's fully, I think he's understanding the power of it. I don't think that he understands, you know what? And I take that back. Perhaps he does understand all of what it means and does it anyway because he's so close. He so wants to separate himself from us. And I think that he believes that he's doing it for a reason that is beneficial to black people. Saying this kind of shit is beneficial to us. Listen, I don't doubt that for where we are right now as a race, that it is important for us to really forge ahead to the future. And I think that a lot of us are doing that. But I do think that it is important for us to understand that our affinity to the past has nothing to do with the fact that we want to glorify slavery or we want to glorify, Reconstructionism, and we want to glorify the 80s Reaganomics and the drug culture of that time and the effect on our communities today. It's not that we want to glorify that stuff. We want you to know that we understand what those systemic policies did to our community. And the fact that we have not been able to recover. We are not hung up on the fact that we were slaves. We're hung up on the fact that you don't understand that we were slaves. And you don't understand how those policies continue to set us back even today. That's what we're hung up on. I'm not hung up on the past, bro. I don't know about you guys. Like, y'all hung up on the past about slavery. I don't hear anybody talking about slavery like, oh, the good old days of slavery, you know? Back when we used to get three square scrap meals a day. I mean, I'm not hung up on feeding masses children. I'm not. What I'm hung up on is the fact that I had to feed masses children, what that means to society today, and how white men look at me today because of that history. So I wish that someone would educate him, but I know that it's not going to be someone who keeps up with the Kardashians. It's not going to be. Speaking of which, Kanye did go on to talk about something far more interesting. Jimmy Kimmel asked him if now, because he has daughters, does he see women in a different light? And not to my surprise, but definitely to my chagrin, Kanye said no. I still watch Pornhub, and my favorite categories are black and black on white. He would like some fucking dumbass, boring ass bullshit. And let's be real, Kanye, you don't like black porn. You like black on white porn, sis. Okay, bye. Okay. Last but not least, speaking of Kanye, so Kylie Jenner, the self-made billionaire, self-proclaimed self-made billionaires, and the grand aunt of, did I say grand aunt? Oh, I meant the mother of the mother of lip plumping cosmetics. She is now 21. Congratulations, Kylie. Congratulations. Kylie Jenner is 21 years old, finally. And so I don't know what that means, because I feel like if you look at her life, she's obviously been doing a lot of stuff that perhaps she could have been waiting for 21 for. Maybe things that most of us was like, oh, I can't wait till I turn 21. I feel like Kylie's been doing that since she was 15. So I don't know why 21 is a big deal for her, but whatever. If any of you caught the Sunday season premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you saw the epic blow-up battle between Kourtney and Kim, where Kim so disgracefully told Kourtney that she is the least interesting Kardashian to look at and that she needed to get the fuck out and not come to the family photo shoot. To which Kylie did not come to the family photo shoot. Robert was not at the family photo shoot. Like, okay, some sort of family photo shoot, eh? But at any rate, it was an interesting show. I thought it was really interesting to see Kim in that light. I think Kim's been like, knucking if you bucking lately. Like, she's been giving you real Kimberly Noel, Kardashian West, rolling my neck kind of thing. And I just really hope that she keeps it extra cute, because, like, I hope she don't try it with the wrong person. Because I do like Kim. I actually like Kim. I do. I really do. I love Khloe. I like Kim. I like Kim a lot. I think that, like, this Kim that we're seeing is probably the Kim that they get a lot of. I think that a lot of times when we see her on television, she's soft-spoken. And she's really just, like, she's giving you her best whispers, which is the name of the Janet Jackson fan club, the Whispers. And so she's giving you a lot of this. Yeah, so Kanye is really great. Because her voice is like fries. So it's like, so the kids. Like that, So listen, I just feel like this is the Kim that they get a lot of, that little sassy Kim. And hopefully, let's see what the rest of this season unfurls. Your boy Tristan Thompson got an earful from the shade room comments or whatever it was. I think he posted something to the effect. Well, Chloe posted something where she was like, "Oh, Drew Hill, something, something. I wish I could hear them," or whatever, some bullshit. And Tristan was like, "Baby, I will, what do you want to hear, baby? I'll play whatever you want." And it was like, the comments was like, somebody, Alexa, play Cheating in My Bed. Alexa, play I Thought It Was Just Me. Alexa, play it. Like, you guys just put yourself out there for this shit, huh? Y'all really do, because sometimes I feel like these celebrities have got to be joking. Like, you've got to be joking. You have to be. I don't know. All right, so who's ready for a smooth, cool pull-up to the table? So this week I have been exploring in detail, and first of all, I first of all want to tell you guys so humbly and so graciously how appreciative I am of your response to the last show. It took a lot for me to be as transparent as I could, and there's still a level of shame that exists there, even though I know that there is nothing to be ashamed of, because I am not wrong. I was just part of a wrong situation. And I know that. So, I just really am grateful for you guys as listeners, as an audience, and as friends, for being so gracious to me and so kind to me, and just so encouraging, and sharing your stories with me as well. I mean, honestly, I really just can't express enough how exciting it was for me to and how humbled I was and how grateful I was to just get the response that I got from you guys. One of the things I've been exploring is just staying at a level of gratitude. As I've told you guys before, I'm definitely someone who tries to champion against depression. I hate to say that I suffer from, because suffering to me is caused from internal, just an over analyzation of the internal. And so I try not to suffer myself by staying present and being grateful, even if it's for something as small as being able to spend time with one of my best friends, or spend time with my little cousin, or, just go out and be able to do something for myself that I otherwise probably could not have financially been able to do. And I know that a lot of you guys all of us are always going through something. There's always some cross to bear, and I think that when you are a soldier out here, when you are someone who is an energy observing, a spiritualist, a Christian, a Buddhist, a whatever your faith is rooted in, I think that when you dig deep into those things, that a lot of times, there'll be a sense of guilt for dwelling on the crosses that you have to bear, right? But I think the thing is not feeling guilt about it, because then you never really deal with it. You kind of just stuff it away. So when I share with you that I try to just stay in the gratitude and stay in the present, I'm also trying to not stuff or shame away any feelings that I have. What I try to do is requisite those feelings to the fact of, this is something that has either already happened, which I cannot change, or this is something that I'm being anxious about and has not happened as of yet. And have I done everything that I can physically here to affect